Quero montar um PC pra mim, velho. Um PC aqui. Jogar esse jogo aqui, os caras falam que é melhor de jogar nele. É mais realista o jogo. Então um PC game. E também quando eu for fazer live aqui, eu transmito daqui pra ele, pra sair no YouTube. Fica melhor pro cara ver eu da câmera. Entendeu? Aí eu vou ter que fazer um esquema pra ele pra cá.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Koeman playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although...
Well, what's he giving here? So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
The major moment in the game.
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Neatly clipped into space. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And it's Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That's a lovely, neat pass. And this is Iniesta. Mbappe. Dembele. And he was quick to react. Koeman. And that could set him on his way. Goes for a shot! But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
And the shot! Oh, has another go! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Nicely shaped ball. Searching pass he's played there. Quarter of an hour played. Looking for options for movement. Finds himself. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. The player's protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
To get them off and running. Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Gol marcado pelo jogador aos 18 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador camisa 22.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Senhoras e senhores, informamos que o circuito interno de imagens está em operação para a sua segurança.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Barcelona have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers.
He's gone for goal. An early chance there, first of the game.
Barcelona.
There could be trouble here. Chance! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
An act of charity gratefully received.
The defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pepe spots it and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe. Iniesta has got himself a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Mbappe! That's going to go a long way. That is ended up in no man's land. Looking to play him in. Tries to pass it through. Messi! And that was neither one thing nor the other.
There's no doubt he made the right decision, but without the right result.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mbappe! Shot, surely! Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Pull it. He's a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. Pull it, touches it back. Now it's Mbappe. And the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Real chance! Cleared without hesitation. And one more try! He scored! And the comeback is complete! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Big chance! It's a goal! A goal on a landmark occasion for this man who makes his 50th appearance here and now. And he draws the sweetest of pictures.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one...
And pull it! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Jordi Alba. Gattuso. Almost half an hour in now. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And this is Hullet. Good read, needed to be. Gattuso. Hullet.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, played right into his path. Takes a shot! A whisker high.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Can they get him away? Davids. Gattuso. This is promising. Neymar. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Davids. So what can they make of this? A probing pass. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And that's put paid to a promising move. That is good alertness. Passing is crisp and sharp. Knocks it into space. Great ball and he shots! Surely! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So now the difference is 3. Davids. Quality ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Koeman. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's been shifted off it. And the first 45 minutes are up.
Bragantino are looking as solid as I've seen for some time. All departments are working strongly, and this can do their confidence a whole power of good.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 9, Luis Suárez. El dorsal 11, Neymar. Serán sustituidos por Ibrahimovic. El dorsal 7.
So off we go once more. Koeman, the man that is tenacity personified. Pull it. He's through here. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Buffon looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. And that's it.
Bora pro play.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Vai ser dos cafés, para ele e para amêndoas. E traz os panos e quer café.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Iniesta, great vision. Oh, well played. DEIXA. And here's Mbappe. Conte. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And this is Kante.
You can never be short of runners in...
Bullish header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Davids. Oh, easy pickings there. Pass was just off target. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Yamal. Oh, that's nice. Stood up well to him there. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Bragantino clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Bragantino clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Heading backwards. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Some really good ball movement. Azar, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Davids goes sliding in. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pull it. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yamal. And it's Bale. Decent progress down the left. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Neymar. Bale. Fired deep towards the back post.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Iniesta can so cleverly bypass the press. Davids. Koeman. Played back in. Delicate ball, and it needs... Gets his head on it! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Threads one in. That has been slung wide. Now it's Mbappe. Azar. Oh, there's a probing ball. Could move up a gear here. Now that looks a decent ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Azar. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Now he's got space here. Conte. And the counter is on. Oh, that's clever. Pull it. Iniesta. Henderson is the guilty party there. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Gullit takes a shot! Azar. Yamal is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Filippo Inzaghi. Yamal. And it's Inzaghi. Looking for options for movement. Davids. Not the most accurate pass. This looks promising. Here's the whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Agradecemos a colaboração. Substituição.
And we're off again.
Bragantino have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well, no joy this time. Bale. Spread out to the left. Now it's Messi. Davids. Koeman. Looking tidy in possession here. It's Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum. Mbappe really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Aí sim é pro play. Bota no 12 pro play.
Substituição em andamento.
So here comes the substitution. So the first goal of the game.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserved goal.
Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And no, that was never going to make it. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, good read.
Bragantino are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is banging their favour.
Aims beyond the defence. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Koeman. And here's Mbappe. So the team separated just by the one goal which came early. Shot, surely! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition, and he's managed to get free. Great chance! He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
I actually fancied him to score there, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Gente, ali, pô, qualquer um, ô Mike, ali qualquer um é eliminado. Vai jogar,
So, Jim,
joga
what are
muito
you
feio,
thinking?
pô.
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the
Joga
job
muito
done,
feio, tá
and
ligado?
the sooner the better.
Now it's Messi.
Joga dando uma vida, pô. Cê é louco, o cara faz um gol já era, já sabe que ele vai jogar assim.
Nice looking ball. Cannavaro cuts it out.
Ele jogou assim porque comigo ele sabe. Ele tava com medo de passar vergonha no grupo. E da outra vez eu dei meti 4 nele, em vez de jogar pra frente.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Mbappe.
Divisão aqui, pô, é isso, velho. Foi quanto o jogo?
Now it's Messi. The message is clear. None shall pass.
Ele jogou que ele jogou comigo lá pra frente, lá dando retrancada.
In the passing department. Yamaguchi really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Ele jogou assim porque eu tava batendo todo mundo, pô.
Davids defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
He should have put that one away.
Mbappe has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Neymar, cross to the back post. Big chance!
Yamaguchi really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's good vision. Mbappe has it in
Ele
a
parece que tá
position.
demente, né, mano? Aí, como é que o cara pega uma bola dessa? Vou montar um PC Game aqui, eu vou me organizar, vou montar um PC Game pra ver se é verdade mesmo que esses caras falam que já no PC o jogo é melhor. É a única opção que eu vou ter. Jogar aqui, isso aí não pode acontecer não, pô. Daqui a bola no pé, botar a bola pra fora, pô. Isso é tudo jogo de código de conexão, pô. Quero ver os próprios fazer isso aí, não faz.
Yamaguchi really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that interception was
tem uma latência, tá ligado? Sei lá que a porra é isso. Tem que ter um delay. Tem partida aqui dá mais delay, tem partida que dá mais pouco.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Relief finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory.
Meu Deus, pai, o menino tá.
Sacanagem, o cara desse lá.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Gerard Piqué.
Messi! Koeman. Bullet. Iniesta.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Vieira. Oh, nicely intercepted. Davids. And it's Hullet. And this is Ibrahimovic. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Roberto Carlos! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Vieira. And here's Mbappe. Iniesta. Hullet. Shapes to shoot! Ronaldinho. That's really well manoeuvred. Cruyff.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi. He has found the way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing.
And he shoots! He's delivered all right!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And this is Hullet. Davids has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Hullet charging forward, the ball at his feet.
Bragantino really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Iniesta. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. No way through there. Now it's Cruyff. Ambitious ball here. He's on it. Can he finish? It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Played into the big header. Well, the ball's come loose here. Hullet. And it's Hullet. He's a sharp little ball here. Bonucci. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Mbappe. Ronaldinho. Chance here to counter. Now it's Hullet. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Iniesta, who's wide and looking to get onto this. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Messi.
Palmeiras are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Rijkaard. Pull it. And here's the chance to counter. He's looking wide. Played back in. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Bragantino clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nicely weighted ball. He's having a shot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
He's found the way through. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pullet, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 11, camisa 20. Deixando o campo.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Camisa 19.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Ronaldinho. Pull it. And this is Cruyff.
Might want to be careful there.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, there's a probing ball. Pull it. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defenses apart.
O time tá nerfado, mano.
An answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Ronaldinho, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And there's green grass ahead of him. Takes a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And he was quick to react. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And it's Gullit. Gullit. And he was alert to it. Gullit. Gullit will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that has put paid to that. Ronaldinho. Now this could be a chance. Shot at goal! And another try! Gullit. And he's had a hit! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Iniesta.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been...
Big chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Gullit is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Goes for a shot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos que tomem conta de seus filhos durante a partida.
que vem da fibra ótica e a portador vai direto pro videogame.
Ah, não, pô. Eu liguei só pra testar pra ver.
Da casa.
Eu tava achando teus bonecos mais rápido do que o meu, entendeu? Não consigo jogar, não. Esse bagulho aí, não. Não consigo jogar, não, com isso aí, não. Coloquei só pra ver se mudava a velocidade do boneco.
É igual o Edu falou aí, o Gabi tá com 100 vitórias. Cara, mas o cara não pega jogo pesado igual nós não. Você tá doido? Como é que tu evolui nessa porra desse jogo? Se tu não tem uma conexão boa, os bonecos que teve aqui não respondem. Os caras não, os caras aí, por isso os caras é pro play, os caras é bem competitivo. Por quê? Porque esse cara é foda, é foda. Cadê ele mesmo? Mas sabe que, entendeu? Só que não melhorou 100%. Mas se eu jogasse no Ed Round é pior, pô. É pior. Aí eu jogo dele e esse DNS que eu usei pro cara aí, paguei pro cara, que tinha falado pro meu pai. Rapaz, o DNS que eu jogo bastante, né, doido? E agora chego na primeira divisão de boa. Negócio que é pior, né? Mas se eu pegar um sinceramente aí, rapaz, cara bom, hein? Cadê isso?
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are
Eu
raring
tô
to
em live, meu
go
filho.
any
Errando fumo, empurrando fumo.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Não vou errar, velho.
Passes coming
Tá,
off
eu tô
in quick
esquecendo de
succession
errar.
here. Now it's Messi. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Haaland.
Mbappe, they want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's been cut out, well played.
Se ele ganhasse pra esse cara aí, era
Here's a
demitido
guy
na hora.
that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
That's a cute ball. Good ball, good take. Haaland made a good run there. And here's Mbappe. And it's Iniesta. Over to the left. Crosses it in. Pepe gets it away. Oh, they could be caught. Can he finish? He scored! Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
With the owner of a blue car
Mas foi o brabo por causa do lance.
stadium gate, kindly remove it as it is about to be towed away.
Mas foi o brabo por causa do lance, hein? Pegando só cara de terceira divisão. Dando trabalho pra ganhar.
O avô da minha mãe.
Ai, meu Deus. Pro play, eu vou tentar depois jogar pra correr em cima, pro play, embaixo, pro play. Correr embaixo, tentar aprender isso aí, velho. Vou aprender depois, velho. Tu vai ver. Se eu já aprendi no analógico, meus defeitos eu tô. Tentar pra correr embaixo. Bater colocado em R1. Treinar, passar uns 15 dias treinando, acho que eu aprendo.
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left.
Great chance! Well, now it's he's been caught napping. Has another go! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate.
Vou dar pra correr embaixo, papai.
Give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Dá pra correr embaixo agora, hein? Luzes especiais.
So a breakthrough already. That is good strength. Hazard, can he get it through? Now that's well seen too.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Mbappe. Messi. Oh, good read. It's played through for him. Mbappe! Mbappe!
Eita, Lili.
That is a gem!
Sei lá, papai, mas é estranho, velho. Parece que o boneco fica mais rápido. Vou controlando embaixo.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Fica mais rápido o boneco, filho. Oxi. Meu Deus do papai. Meu Deus da força. Grandona já, meu Deus. Pega um copo d'água pra mim, meu. É.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining...
He's gone for goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
Now it's Mbappe. Hazard threads one in. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Yeah. Nicely weighted ball, neatly clipped into space. That's a simple one for the keeper.
Tava bem.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Iniesta, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Guardiola did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he cuts out the supply. Raul, and here's Mbappe. Oh, he's bustling through here. Hazard with the delivery. Mbappe. Mbappe powering forward here. He is through here. Mbappe. And that has put a halt to things. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Messi. And here's Mbappe. Played out to the right. Swings it across. Pull it. Iniesta. That's good vision. He's found a decent chance! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Camavinga. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And here's Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Big header! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He scores! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Shot a goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
The most accurate pass. He's going for goal! Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Palmeiras have got it back and they'll have another go. Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Baresi. Davids. Now it's Pullet. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. And the through ball. Now this could be a chance! You've got to be quick to recover this.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
Pullet.
acréscimo.
Driving forward, and he's found a way past. He's gone for goal! Raul going about things with real menace. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Davids. And the first half is done. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2 goals to 1. And the game has already resumed here. Davids. Matches Nunes, kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Raul. Yamal. Yeah. Pull it. And here's Yamal. Now, can they get him away? An instinctive delivery. Keeper has taken decisive action. Iniesta. Oh, he's onto this. And he's running through. Oh, he's been caught on it here. It's Iniesta! Iniesta! Brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Substituição.
And he's managed to gift it back.
Bragantino are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
There's no flag. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Distributed tidily. Now it's Raul. Knocks it into space. Messi. That's a little off target. Tries to pass it through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Bragantino clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's Camavinga. Messi. Yamal does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Iniesta. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He can run onto that. And that's put paid to a promising move. Yeah, conjures time and space where few can. Looks a good ball through. And he's lost his man here. Tries a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Baresi. Davids. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vieira is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Mbappe! And that would have won it.
Mbappe is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
And here's Mbappe. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And here's Mbappe. Matches Nunes. Did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That has not gone well. Now it's Iniesta. Mbappe! And he was quick to react. Messi. Now it's Raul. Now it's Hazard. Yamal is onto this. So, third corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Good ball, good take. And he's managed to get free. There's the shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Now it's Hazard.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
He's got away. Raul. Mbappe. Here's and the shot! Yeah, looking to provide the... And that will be it.
O boneco no analógico parece que fica mais bugado, velho. No R3, no R2, correndo fica mais bugado o boneco, tem que aprender isso. Deixar assim agora, deixa eu atorar. Dá pra aprender a correr embaixo e bater R1 em cima. Tem que evoluir com o jogo, velho. Senão você não. Você fica pra trás. Já troquei o analógico, eu tô jogando no analógico. Jogava na setinha, agora eu vou botar pra correr embaixo. cara aprende, pô. O cara aprende. Eu aprendi a jogar no analógico, pô, que é mais difícil. Depois que eu aprendi a jogar no analógico, eu não quis jogar esse setinha mais, não, pô. Michel, aquele doce de leite que eu comprei. Cadê, Michel? Bora ela fazer a comida.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
A ideia é que o passe fica mais bugado correndo embaixo. Não é impressão não, pô, é verdade. Vou tentar jogar só correndo embaixo. Se eu perder, perdeu. É o jeito dele tratar a bola, ele trata diferente, parece, velho.
I'm surprised by your assessment there. One of the great liberos, his intelligence put him on a level higher than the rest, I think. Now it's Mbappe! Pull it. Ibrahim gets his head on it! Oh, fine stop from the keeper. Ibrahimovic is offering a right smile there. Now it's Rashford. Passing is crisp and sharp.
E pra marcar parece que é melhor também, mano.
They lack urgency. This is Iniesta.
Até pra marcar é melhor, parece. Segura os dois de baixo, né?
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's having a go! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! This is a gem! An absolute gem! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. It's Rashford!
Tá aí,
Somehow it stayed out.
tem mais, bota lá, não tem mais. Não tem mais jogar no lixo. Olha, vai foi.
Baresi. Now it's Pullet. Rudiger calmly anticipates. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Pullet. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Dybala. Rashford. Dumfries. And they're quick to get it back. Yeah. Oh, that's a key interception. Rashford. Davids. Pull it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Camavinga. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get on the end of this? Great ball and he's in. Mbappe! Relentless! Just relentless! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment. And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. I suppose if you're playing in an attacking position in this team, then having a craftsman like Rui Costa beside you is a dream.
He's in most people's lists of great number 10s.
I'm going to go along with that too.
Cleared without complication. And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Mbappe. Rui Costa. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Ibrahimovic. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Pullet, Iniesta, and that's a good chance! They've scored! The breakthrough strike! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go...
And it's been given away. He has found the way through. Rui Costa. That's a cute ball. Floated through. And this is Messi. Messi! And he was quick to react. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. That has been cut short. Now it's Iniesta. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. And this is Romario. Gattuso. Played out wide. Roberto Carlos. Cleared away. Taken back almost at once. And here's Rui Costa! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Iniesta can see things others simply cannot. Aims beyond the defence. And it's Gattuso. And this is Roberto Carlos. Baresi clears it away. Can he get it through? Nicely worked. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, nice touch. Just eases him off the ball. Messi. Baresi. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Del Piero. Now Gattuso. Looking for options for movement. Iniesta, who's set up one goal so far. 15 minutes till half-time. And he's intervened well there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Messi, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Del Piero. Roberto Carlos. Ball comes in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Opts to play it back. Edmilson. That's a nicely weighted pass.
Bragantino can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Probing pass. Roberto Carlos calmly anticipates. And it's Gattuso. Roberto Carlos. And a chance! And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. It's been taken short. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Chance, surely! Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Decent chance!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Messi, very much a man of this moment.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Yes, sadly he knew
Dá, vai
exactly what he was
quitar, vai
doing,
quitar, vai
and he
quitar,
had
vai
to go.
quitar.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. This is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he? And uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
Roberto Carlos. Mbappe. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. Vieira. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Spread it left. Zanetti. Decent progress down the left. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Roberto Carlos tries to clear. Mbappe. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he's searching through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Davids. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looking for the run. Gullit showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Stood up well to him there. Driving on and making good progress. He's got plenty of space out wide here, and it's played in here.
Corinthians clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Real chance!
Vacilei, pô. Fundi, velho. Fundi, correr embaixo, correr em cima, não jogou. Que desgraça.
And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Camisa 30.
Corinthians are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
That'll be a throw.
Confundi, pô. Correr, deu fenomenal embaixo. Sem querer dedar, tá ligado?
Where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Schneider. And the counter is on. Now, can they get him away? Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good looking ball. And he's in a shoot! And he hits the net.
Aprender a demorar, hein, mano. Mas eu vou tirar mais não, velho. Ora eu aprendo. Já entreguei 2 paçocas ali.
Offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Corinthians are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football.
E tudo aqui é aprender, né, mano? Não é querer ganhar direto.
Clicking in every department.
Pedri, a player so deservedly.
Se eu pegar a manha disso aqui, já era.
15 minutes till half time. That is lovely. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Pull it. And it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Ibrahimovic.
O Leco fica mais liso, parece.
Roberto Carlos.
Eu acho que essa aqui é verdade, hein?
Ibrahimovic. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Bragantino clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And here's Ibrahimovic. Zanetti producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness.
This is the time you need that pace.
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And here's Ibrahimovic.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's good vision. Mbappe receives it in a good position. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. To further improve their position of comfort. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos sua atenção para as informações fornecidas pela polícia local no telão.
Levar pra pôr embaixo, pô. Peguei nada, calma. Rodei as moedas 4.000, não vem ninguém. Quando ela dá de cara assim, pô, nem roda mais, porque ela não vai dar mais não. O sono ela é mais chato. Não rodar ela, viu? Para de tudo, bota a minha pá no fio. Aí, papi. Correndo embaixo agora, próprio. Tô correndo embaixo. Só vou tirar agora quando eu aprender. Posso descer lá pra baixo, posso... Não nem aí. Tô correndo embaixo, assim que o boneco fica mais rápido. Perdeu, ganhar. Dá não.
It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation. 100,000 plus in unison. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because
Marcar também parece que é melhor, ó. O boneco tem mais...
It looks a very front-footed approach.
it is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Now, can they get him away? And he's picked it up out
É
wide.
melhor, pô, mas tem que pegar a manha, né? Eu vou pegar a manha na live e aqui mesmo na live.
Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Iniesta. He shifted it to the flank.
Well, Peter, Thomas Rosicky will have a busy game, I think, certainly on the creative front.
Just looking back over his career, Jim, I sometimes wonder whether he's been a bit underrated.
Não consigo ainda ter o time, tá ligado?
What might have been with him, you don't expect him to give you more than 25 games in a season, but he's never let his side down over time.
Can he finish? There it is! So smooth. A signature finish.
Consigo ter o time ainda, mas eu vou pegar o time. Isso é tempo que leva, pô. Se não vai mudar, você vai sempre confundir, tá ligado? Só que pra dar o cancel é melhor, tá ligado? Eu percebi que o cancel sai mais rápido. O cancel sai mais rápido, o cancel. Tipo, se dá o dib e dá o cancel, ele sai mais rápido. Aí é bom de aprender o toque duplo, mas cancel, tá ligado? Esse aí tá nervoso, eu acho que esse daí tá sem fazer menino, esse daí. Esse daí tá estressado. Sou seu pai. O cancel tá saindo mais rápido. Olha o Eduardo aí, papai. Ele tá pareando na live aí, Edu, ó. Dá um beijo, pai. Um beijo, pai. Sim?
Aqui, ó, olha aqui, ó. Ó, eu tenho um da Bíblia. Vou mandar o vídeo, tirar um daí, ó.
Peraí.
Como ligar pra ela, pai?
É uma coisa, reinicia e liga ele de novo, velho.
Ah, não, reinicia não, Deus me livre.
Reinicia ele, velho. Propre, tô correndo no R2, Propre, onde bate a bola colocada. Tem boneco mais liso, hein? Eu vou tirar, eu vou acostumar agora, ó. Jogar na setinha, tirei da setinha. Corri em cima no R1, tô correndo embaixo. E R1 que bate em cima. Bola colocada é em cima. Só botar na cabeça que bola colocada é em cima. E correr é embaixo. Já era, pivete. Colocou na cabeça, já era.
Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2
Evoluir,
hours,
Propre. O cara ficando pra trás.
the stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
Comanda às vezes, será que é isso? Deixa o time dentro.
It looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa-Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated.
Pênalti, juiz. Filho da mãe.
Say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means...
He's having a shot! Corinthians are looking to go forward now.
Não, Pelé. Aqui você pega e trompa, Pelé.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, that's a key interception. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Short changes him with that pass. And this is Bale. It's Bale!
Nossa senhora.
Finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Vem aí embaixo.
Mbappe. Vieira. Davids wins the duel this time.
Ah,
And it's Iniesta. Well, that's well seen too. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Not the most accurate pass. Iniesta. Oh, it's a promising build-up this. Plenty of really nice passing. Costa-Curta puts his foot on the gas. And this is Bale. Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mbappe back and defending. And they can counter here.
é mais rápido mesmo, tá vendo?
And that's the
É
end
mais
of it.
rápido,
It
pô.
all
Se dá o
started well enough.
cancel. É por isso que meu cancel saía lento.
Couldn't place it forward. And this is Iniesta. He's going to be disappointed with that.
Meu cancel saía lento, tá ligado?
No goals as yet. And he's intervened well there.
Vai sair lento agora.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's played through for him. Now that is a hefty challenge. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Ibrahimovic. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Bragantino
No, it's
clearly
not enough.
didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Ibrahimovic. Brilliantly cut out.
Ah, Railo, velho. Tá que
And
pariu.
quick to get it
Segundo
clear
já.
again.
Ah, velho.
Pepe. Over to the left. Now who's going to be first to this? Costa Curta gets it clear. And now the breakaway. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gets a good foot in there. Tries to play it through. Now it's Mbappe. Iniesta.
Caçamba, mano.
Corinthians do have a chance to counter here. He's found a way through. Nedved crosses.
Não,
And he's there to clear it.
muita coisa que é melhor.
Not gone well. Knocks it into space. Yeah. Pull it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That was good alertness. Yeah. Now what about a counter-attack? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's Nedved. Now it's Bale. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Either side giving way. It has been tight. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Bragantino have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Nedved! Oh, that wasn't far away. Great vision. Iniesta. He's shifting. Goes for a shot. That is decidedly lacking.
Corinthians really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Now he's got space here. Pepe deals with... And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Mundo de caridade global. Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 8. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 23.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Pull it. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
It's a very good position, this, and the right distance too.
Vai vendo, pro play. Onde é que eu botei a bola?
One of the star names scoring an absolute cracker to change the complexion of this second half. In front once more and with momentum.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the first goal of the game.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's been given away.
Oxi.
Cracking ball.
Confundo no controle, tem hora. Tem hora que não dá pra entender o que ele faz, confunde a minha mente. Confunda aí, por isso que ele entregou a passão pra mim.
Whenever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That was easy. Almost too easy.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Stood up well to him there. Can he get on the end of this? Baresi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe. Iniesta with the clearance. Iniesta. Threads one in. Shot, surely! And how good was that? A finish of true class. And they're back in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Now it's Mbappe. That is lovely. Real chance! Really well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Nice physical challenge. Now it's Bale. Iniesta plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, what has happened here?
Oh, nice touch.
Neither of these two want to come off.
Pra segurar o homem é complicado, hein?
It is a foul.
Eu vou aprender esse toque duplo aí, o Cancel, ó, toque duplo Cancel. Toma. Toque duplo Cancel.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very
Aí o
careful
pescado
now.
tá aqui, mesmo.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Ixi,
Decent hit from there.
isso foi uma vara.
Pepe picks it up from the goal kick. Davids. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Searching pass he's played there. Can he spark a counter here? Now that looks a decent ball. The less said about that pass, the better.
O Neco fica virado no girar,
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
o Neco fica correndo igual uma flecha.
That's a foul.
Corre mais embaixo, corre mais embaixo. Embaixo corre mais. Corre mais, mas um pouquinho mais corre do que em cima. Eu vou aprender, rapaz, vou aprender. Quero saber se eu estiver perdendo ou não. Ó. É o cancelo mais rápido, tá ligado? O cancelo porque os caras dele vai virado na porra. Você não consegue segurar.
Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Decent progress down the left.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Davids, it's a pretty loose pass. Ibrahimovic, he's had a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And he has been fouled there.
Embaixo corre mais, no R2 corre mais. No R2 corre mais, então se o defeito é isso, vamos se adaptar, né?
Iniesta bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And Bronkhorst tries to pass it through. Davids. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. He's looking wide. Pass is just off target. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Eto'o. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Played in by Eto'o. And he gets rid in a hurry. Pullet, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Now, can they get him away? Now then, the ball's come loose. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Mbappe. It's run loose here. And that's it. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of...
Só com a terceira. É bom que eu vou treinando. Ai! Acorda, mulher, acorda. Pro play. Tá botando ela pra acordar já, hein? Bora ela, quero beijar ela. Bora ela. Ó, e aquelas que eu comprei ia dar R$ 284. Deu R$ 125, tá vendo tu? Que roubo da porra. É queimar preço, meu filho. É bom de comprar as coisas. Veio 4 sacolas de lanche. Entendeu?
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Vamos ver se esse cancel faz diferença mesmo. Onde eu tô usando agora. Quero ver, eu coloquei 2 cabos só para meter toque duplo. A diferença mesmo, hein, rapaziada. O cancel faz diferença.
Yeah, his achievements are incredible. He made a commitment to this team and he has honored it by giving his all, week in and week out.
O cancel faz diferença mesmo. É por isso que os caras dão cancel rápido, pô. Os caras dão cancel rápido, pô. Eu não consigo marcar. Os caras dão cancel rápido, eu não consigo marcar. Vou aprender a jogar esse jogo aqui, vou aprender. Aí o cara tá errando, pô, pensa que já sabe, né? Toma, R2 e R1, R2 e R1 e R2 e R1 e correr no R2. Tem que botar na cabeça isso. Vou aprender esse toque duplo aí, bugado aí que os caras dão aí, eu quero ver.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity. Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner. Flamengo, big chance!
Deu gol de marcação errada, né, mano? E marcação errada.
You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
So smooth. A signature. He's having a shot! He's got a goal! And again they hit the front.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter.
Treino, pô, treino, é treino, é treino.
Executed with such
Não
quality.
acerta mais ninguém, não.
Made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Brito, cabrito. Vamos, cabrito, brito.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Haaland. Haaland charging forward, the ball at his feet.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Great vision.
Nossa, Alex, que bolão é assim, hein?
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here.
Opa aí, velho. Pegar não, boneco não. Boneco se anda na frente assim.
And it's Messi. Ibrahimovic shapes the
É isso, mano.
It's in. A quite
Caralho, bicho, quase nesse R2 aqui, velho. O boneco corre demais, porra.
so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Camisa 20.
to
vou
change
acostumar,
the
pô. Vou
dynamic somewhat.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Just eases him off the ball. He's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spread neatly. Now it's Memphis Depay. Knocks it into space. And the shot! It's
Wow.
loose. Who's going to get there?
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
And here's Depay. Has a shot! Davids. Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi. Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Cassio looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. That is some save from Cassio.
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
They are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Mbappe.
It's Memphis Depay! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? To Arrascaeta. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Neymar. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, this looks sharp. Roberto Carlos tries to get it clear. Mbappe. Vicious ball here. And it's been played through. And it's Ibrahimovic. And the shot!
Temos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
The most accurate pass. He's found a way through. Probing pass. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Memphis Depay. Well played. That has knocked out the danger. And it's half-time here.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter, but it was totally deserved. They've been very, very good, and they'll be itching to get back out there and take it on further.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more.
Gosto de peixe.
There's the start of the second half. And here's Depay. Roberto Carlos. Played in by Roberto Carlos.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Neymar gets it away. Davids. Baresi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Ibrahimovic. De Arrascaeta. Haaland looking understandably energised after his goal. Real chance! He's kept it out just.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Ibrahimovic. Over to the left. Tries to pass it through. Hangs one in. Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
O menino tem 7 anos.
Stood up well to him there. Yeah, he's fouled him there. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Flamengo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they? Now Mbappe.
Well, he got
Dominar esse drible. Eu tô vendo esse drible aí direto.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Memphis Depay. Played into space. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That has not gone well. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Igual assistência aí já.
Clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Casemiro gets over and intercepts. He's going for goal! Oh! Fantastic! He's got himself an absolute peach. He
Tudo
made
beijinho,
it
já,
happen.
tudo beijinho.
Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Substituição em andamento.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here?
Might want to be careful there.
Neymar! And it's hit
Assistência é
the
foda, né?
man out.
Viu o cara botou a bola?
Roberto Carlos. Messi. Messi powering forward here. Davids has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Some good work on the right flank here. And it's made its way to him. Big header!
Opa aí, bicho. O cara ligou a assistência, pode estar ligado. A cagada desgramada, velho.
Myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Flamengo finding their passes. And he has been fouled there.
O cara ligou a assistência, o time dele tá virado do quê? Ai, doido.
Neymar. Ball looks a good one. Casemiro.
Quem tá doendo?
He's given the time to pick a pass. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Toda hora ele tá puxando a linha.
That's an imaginative pass. That's good vision. This is Messi. Messi moves just a little bit too strong. And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Cleared without complication. Very much into the last knockings. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Yeah, and it's Messi. And it's Ibrahimovic. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee.
Tá ligou a assistência, quase empata e vira o jogo. Tá maluco.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Can he get on the end of this? Ibrahimovic moves wide and looking to get onto this. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Haaland. Neymar. Can he get onto this? And that will be the final act. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a...
Não, Joy. Falou pro Play, vou nessa. Até amanhã, meu querido. Fica na paz.